Excellential School of Chemistry is a. In this broadcast, we are presenting to you a discussion of this year's qualitative analysis of WAEC examination, that is Wassce. In case you've not seen our previous video, we did a video some days ago in which we made a presentation of the specimens. If you have not seen that video, the description of that, the link to that video is in the description of this particular video we are making currently. So check out that video, because we are continuing straight away with the qualitative analysis, but you want details of the samples, check that video. And please, if you are new to this channel, do well to subscribe to help us produce more video that will help you. C is a mixture of two salts. Carry out the following exercises on C, and so on. The usual instructions in the papers are as given here. A. Put all of C in a beaker and add about 10 cm³ of distilled water. Stir well and filter. Keep the filtrate and the residue. Okay, and we have all the other instructions here. And so we have here the test, observation, inference. C plus water plus filter partially dissolves. That is, C would partially dissolve in water, and it will give a clear filtrate and a colorless, a white residue. That shows that C is a mixture of soluble and insoluble salt. And coming to number 2, that is the B part of it, says to 2 cm³ of the filtrate, add freshly prepared FeSO4 solution followed by concentrated H2SO4, or with the test tube being in a slanting position. This is brown ring test, of course, and there will be a brown ring observed at the acid aqueous interface, and that confirms that NO3 minus is present. Now this question is going by the reagents specified by the exam body. It might be we might overlook it, but all the same you have to prepare for every eventuality. And then the C part of the question says that to about 2 cm³ of the mixture, that is the solution from 2Ci, add sodium hydroxide in drop, then in excess. When we do that, okay, you see the residue, right? Plus, okay, sorry, 2Ci first. 2Ci first before 2Cii. 2Ci says that we put all the residue in a clean test tube and add some dilute HNO3. Now dilute HNO3 is used. There's carbonate here. Dilute HNO3 is used as against H2SO4 or HCl, because the other two will bring up more fresh precipitate. But on adding dilute HNO3, there will be effervescence of a colorless and odorless gas. Of course, you have to describe the gas, the smell and the color of the gas. And the residue dissolves. That is very important. You note that. Gas may be carbon 4 oxide from CO3 2 minus. You don't say gas is. At this point, you suspect first. Then you will now say that CO3 2 minus may be present. Now, of course, you have to identify every gas you see. So, gas from 2Ci plus moist blue litmus paper and lime water. You see that the litmus paper will turn pink. Turning pink because carbon 4 oxide is a weak acid anhydride, and they will turn lime water milky. At this point, you have to state categorically. Don't say that carbon 4 oxide is present. No. Say gas is carbon 4 oxide plus CO3 2 minus. Therefore, you state emphatically that CO3 2 minus is present. Now that is where we now have the other one that says the mixture. Now from this 2Ci, the solution from it plus sodium hydroxide in drops, then in excess. We see a white PPT, white precipitate, please. Write it in full, white precipitate is formed. And at that point, you are suspecting lead-2 ion and calcium ion. And when you add the sodium hydroxide in excess, the white precipitate will dissolve. You are stating that lead-2 ion is present. Now, this is possible because of the chalky. Yes, chalky. If it's not chalky, if it's gelatinous, it will be something else. But in place of this, you might be asked also to use the same solution, to use aqueous ammonia in drops, then in excess. You make similar observation, white chalky precipitate. Yes, that shows that lead-2 ion is present, or may be present, okay? Yes, when in excess, the precipitate will remain. At this point, you might confirm lead-2 ion. But you might still be asked further to carry out further exercises on this. You might be asked to use the same mixture from 2Ci, you add dilute HCl there, you heat, then you cool. Yes, there will be white precipitate formed, and the precipitate will dissolve on heating, yes, and it will reappear on cooling. That shows that the precipitate is lead-2 chloride, and at that point you confirm that lead-2 ion is present. Yes, this one also is improbable, but they might still ask you to use that same mixture from 2Ci to add potassium iodide to it. At this point, you would observe yellow precipitate. Yellow precipitate, you now see that the precipitate is lead-2 iodide. Therefore, lead-2 ion is present. That is the end when it comes to qualitative analysis. But please, when you enter the examination hall, ensure to read the question papers properly. These things here are only serving as guide, and is not a conclusive statement. I wish you the best, and please, if you are new to this channel, if you have not subscribed yet, do well to subscribe and stay tuned, because we shall be bringing to you the volumetric analysis. We shall answer the questions there and then present it to you also the way you would appreciate it. Once again, this is Excellential School of Chemistry, wishing you the best.